A very good afternoon to you. Thanks for clicking on to the Sunday afternoon edition of Vogan's Views in Europe. If you're clicking on and you live in the south of England, you don't need me to tell you that it's raining, and it's raining hard. As well as that, you'll be noticing those winds starting to crank up from the southeast as that area of low pressure continues its northward march up towards the UK. This feature will be one that intensifies, and as well as that, it will remain over the UK for the next 3 to 4 days. It is not a system that's going to push in and out very quickly. We've got high pressure that's over Europe. That, of course, will stop this system from pushing eastwards. So with the very deep trough that's over much of western parts of Europe, the northeast Atlantic as well, and within that, of course, we've got this system. It's going to continue a northeastward track, and eventually it will actually hook around, northwestwards, and then eventually west, and then southwest over Ireland through the middle part of the week. But all up until that point, it will push northwards. The centre will cross over the south coast later today into tomorrow morning. As it does so, it will continue to deepen, and it will also force that subtropical moisture northwards. We are seeing the system produce thunder and lightning. This is off the netweathertv.com website, and you can see here marking the lightning strikes, and you can see here vast amounts of thunder and lightning over the channel at the moment. It's pushing into the south of England as well, so it's enhancing an already heavy canopy of rainfall. Heavy rain, but within that heavy rain, we're going to see intense sails developing here. They are already doing so over the channel, and that's going to enhance an already heavy rainfall across some areas of the south through this afternoon and into the evening hours. So the flow continue to pile up from the south, and we are also seeing that rainfall, like you can see here, over the Midlands already. It's all working northwards ahead of the area of low pressure. The main centre, of course, back down here well to the southwest of the UK at the moment, but it's going to continue northwards. This is the satellite image of weatheronline.com, and you can see here the centre of circulation well over the Bay of Biscay, so it's nowhere near the UK as it stands right now. But all that canopy of rainfall is now well to the north of the circulation, and it's spilling very heavy rainfall across the southern parts of England, up into the Midlands, across much of Wales as well, and those winds will continue to increase as that centre makes a closer approach to the UK. You can see here of Weather Online the amount of rainfall across the southern half of England, much of South Wales, up into the mid part of Wales as well. But the circulation, like I say, is to the southwest of the UK, and it means to say that this rainfall will continue to be enhanced. It will continue to redevelop to the south of the UK over the channel, over northern. You can actually see a lack of rainfall over northern parts of France. But certainly, I think we're going to continue to see a development of the rain on the south side of the canopy, and it will continue to spill northwards over the southern half of England and Wales as well. By the time we get into the later part of today, it's going to push through Manchester, and into this evening, it's going to push its way north through Lancashire, Yorkshire, of course, as well, County Durham, Derbyshire, up into Cumbria, Northumberland as well, as we progress through the overnight tonight. Winds will continue to pick up out of the southeast as that does so here. Now, you notice here a lack of precipitation, a lack of cloud cover, in fact, across Scotland, the far north of England, Northern Ireland, and much of Ireland as well. That is indicative of high pressure that's to the north of this system, so it's produced yet another cold night. We had clear skies, light winds, and of course with the cold air mass in place, that of course is a perfect recipe for radiational cooling at night. Any daytime heat that's generated, warms the surface, is very quickly escaped back to space at night through the dark hours. And you notice here, as a result, we've had plenty of frost. This was a picture I took yesterday morning in Dumfries. It was really the first morning I've seen widespread frost on my travels down across South Lanarkshire, Dumfries and Galloway. Everywhere I went, there was ice and frost on windscreens of the cars with those perfectly clear skies. In fact, yesterday morning as I was driving up along the coast up through Ayrshire on my way back from Stranraer, I looked across to Northern Ireland, and I've never seen Northern Ireland look as clear. I've seen the Mull of Kintyre and of course Torr Head. That's only 12 miles apart between the Mull of Kintyre and the Antrim coast of Northern Ireland. But you could see all the way down the coast to Belfast Lough. You could see the gap in the land indicating the mouth of the Belfast Lough. So it was really a spectacular view yesterday. It just showed you how clear, how dry the air was as well. Of course, when you've got a moister atmosphere, the skies are just a little bit less clear. But it was certainly a really picturesque view yesterday morning, looking across the North Channel to Northern Ireland. But certainly, this is off the Media Group website. You can see here, by the time we get into tomorrow morning, that centre of low pressure is over the South Midlands here. And notice the pressure is down at 986 millibars. Also notice the isobars. Winds should actually start to ease over the south coast of England, South Wales as well, as that centre pushes through. Remember, when you're beneath the centre of circulation, winds are lighter. But to the north, you notice here the pressure is dropped, and of course with the tightening up of those isobars, you're going to notice those easterly winds really starting to crank as that low pushes northwards over the UK. And by the time we get out to later in the day on Monday, this is late in the day tomorrow, you'll notice here that the centre of circulation is further north, up over Cumbria, and notice the pressure is down to 980 in millibars. Also notice that we've got very tightly packed isobars anywhere from the central belt of Scotland north to Orkney. We could be seeing some gales quite widely across the country, and even severe gales, I think, along the east coast of Scotland as well. And later tonight and into tomorrow, we also will see strong to severe gales developing across the northeast of England as well. Up over the higher parts of the Pennines, we could see gusts to 70 miles per hour quite easily, perhaps even slightly higher than that. But certainly my concern is that later in the day tomorrow and into Tuesday, these winds really could start to howl out of the east with that centre up over the north of England and down to around 978 millibars by the time we get out to Tuesday morning. Those winds are going to be howling out of the east, even across the central lowlands. So Glasgow, Edinburgh could be seeing some very strong winds, strong gusts, perhaps 60 miles per hour here. But along the east coast, the exposure of the Berkshire coast, Fife, up through Dundee and up the Aberdeenshire coast, we're going to be seeing gusts, exposed areas topping 70 to 80 mile an hour. Up over the Cairngorms, easily 100 miles an hour, I think. But certainly all that heavy rain will be pushing northwards up through central Scotland by the time we reach early Tuesday, and certainly, or even during the day tomorrow, should I say, we will see that very heavy rain. I'm very concerned, by the way, about the north of England. Generally, over the higher ground, from Yorkshire up through the Cumbria, could be seeing upslope areas receive easily 2 to 4 inches of rain over the next 36 hours. So there's a heck of a lot going on here, folks. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to markvoganweather.com. There's a 7-day free trial as well. So if you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. But certainly if you're a weather enthusiast, passionate about the weather like myself, I'm sure you will enjoy the website I've got going, and you'll notice the quality of the videos is much better as well. Got a new video program. I've also got a new webcam as well. So I'm working hard behind the scenes to deliver a better product, a better delivery of the weather for you. So give it a try for only £3 a month, and of course you've got that 7-day free trial as well. So keep checking back. I'll keep you posted. Have a great day, folks. Bye bye.